I messed up my inventory here. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let's see. I got a new keyboard and a bit weird. How's it going, IDK? Chillin', that's good. That last one was a bit unfortunate. Didn't expect him to curve a little bit like that. Oops. Kind of a slow Baba for a pretty good Bone Dagger. EPS not so savory. I could have nailed that one, but I was a little slow. Any purples today? We literally just started. This is the first raid. You can see the uptime of when I started streaming. The description will say like started like 10 minutes ago or something. That could have been a little bit more efficient pathing wise. $51K to go. Another 200 mil. DPS is kind of low. There you go. A little bit better. Holy. Straight up noodling. Yeah, that was really bad DPS. I guess it happens sometimes. And we have a level 4 Akkha. Unlucky. Been trying to merch bonds, about 350 for average of 12.5. They went down to 11.8. You're cooked. Good luck, dude. Good luck. I assume you did it because of League's anticipation. Yeah, wait until League start. Why Masori legs over Torva? If you look in the FAQ of the video, the description of the video, there's an FAQ about why kind of Torva doesn't really do anything. You would think Torva does something, but it doesn't do anything. Not sure about Torva Helm. Yeah, once you're at Torva Helm, Torva doesn't really matter. Top and bottom. Because the Bandos, top and Tacits, that's like that's literally like as much DPS as you're gonna get out of melee. The exact same setup, having a Bandos top and bottom of a Torva Helm is the same DPS as mine, and the same DPS as full Torva. Very interesting. Defense is only good at next, yeah. Defense doesn't really matter. Well, it's kind of nice at Coliseum, I guess. Does it apply if you're using Blood Fury? No, but like, why would you use Blood Fury, right? We do one more cycle of the Supreme Allies. A bluff area is necessary, Kephri. That's old days. Definitely not necessary. It was nice back then, don't get me wrong. But you can have the same DPS if you just bring Rancor and use like a Sun Spec. Because you save a slot with the legs anyway, you have the restore to do it. The setup actually ends up basically being the same in performance, except now you don't have to worry about redemption nonsense. You just drop the ego and just throw a Sun. It's the same thing, but better. Of course, it doesn't stop you from getting like really bad RNG and getting like, you know, 5-minute Kephris and stuff, but it's all about averages. The best way to deal with Akkha DPS checks, don't miss any DPS, and therefore, there you go. I mean, even when you do have to deal with them, if you're in like a blowpipe setup anyway, you can just skip them. Skipping is pretty easy. If you're in a shadow setup and you're like butterflying, honestly, you don't encounter it enough for it to be a problem. If you're encountering DPS checks often, it's because your transitions aren't that good. You need to like work out your transitions in between quadrants so you're not losing too many ticks. It's a pretty big deal because let's say you get like 10 shadows, but your transitions aren't that good, or you're supposed to get like 11, let's say, and you miss one, then you know you're losing like 8% of your DPS, which is a big deal when it comes to DPS checks. If it's the lightning quadrant, honestly, I don't even bother. If it's the other ones, I mean, you can have the HP to tank and then just Sun anyway. If you're okay losing some DPS and you're like hitting Akkha or something, you can drag him to a different quadrant and skip there. But I don't like dragging to a different quadrant and skipping personally, because it's kind of hard to maintain good uptime and then like kind of get back into the cycle about losing DPS. So I just kind of like tank and not give a shit what happens. It's pretty rare that it happens. Brick walls getting used to butterfly, yeah. Like every bit of perfection you can get at Akkha matters a lot for DPS checks, because it's usually the difference between getting that extra shadow or not. If it's a burn quadrant, like the shadow or fire quadrants, then you can just put on redemption when it hits you, assuming you can tank the initial explosion, and you'll live no matter what. That's also a solution. Obviously uses more supplies, but supplies aren't really an issue. As you see, I have 6 restores, and I'm not flicking at Zebak, and I'm chilling. Which could be used for, you know, sun specs and stuff. at Akkha in case you're getting checked. And you could flick at Kephri or Zebak or whatever. struggling at 335 ToA, and you can easily do 545. Hey, it comes with practice, dude. You'll get there eventually. I used to do 300s too. How come you hit the first skull? I just wanted some HP there. The Sun Cares gives you HP when you kill anything. And it can overheal. So, just wanted a little bit of HP. What DPI do you play on? Right now I'm playing on 1100. I'm also playing on a glass mouse pad, so I kind of like barely move my mouse or anything. Full screen? Nah. I play on I don't remember what my resolution is. I changed it kind of recently. Where's Runelight? Oh. 1100 by 825 seems to be what I'm playing on right now. Which glass mouse pad are you using? I'm using the Skypad. Skypad wall hack. I think I lost some ticks there. Took a very long time to get used to the fact that if you breathe on the mouse, it moves like a lot. Oops. Cold or uncomfortable? No. Kinda like that. I just noticed I missed that prayer entirely. Never had any issues like that. I do play with an arm sleeve to help with it. When I played on cloth, obviously I didn't use an arm sleeve because it's weird. I only use arm sleeve because it's a glass mouse pad and it'll like stick to my skin. Dude, level 3 Zebak is worse than level 4 Zebak for this. Level 4 Zebak, the projectiles come in at like the same time as the boulders. It feels like a nice steady rhythm. Level 3, it's like a very off rhythm. How do you avoid damage here? You see the shadows when they turn big, you just click on them. And then you know they're safe for like, you know, a bit. Sometimes you'll mess up, of course. Click on the shadows, you don't want to be afraid of them. Yeah, level 3 Zebak is actually harder than level 4, actually. Hell. Dry 1 raid. Jover. Feeling a purple in my loins. Oh, yeah, you should see a doctor about that. Purple in the loins? You're feeling a color? You know, like, oh, that's all different things. Bone Dagger better than BGS. For like super high invo raids, yeah, but not for like most people. Out, I guess. Kind of griefed the ending a bit, but oh well. You're looking at the artisan mousepad? Yeah, that was one of my considerations as well, the artisan. Very highly rated. Realized. think I lost a tick there, so I'm wonder right away. Yep. LGG is great if you live in the States. What's LGG? I'm gonna let him hit me, actually. Oh, lethal gaming here. I think the monkey spawned in a rock. Oh no, they're there. I cut that one a little close. Luckily, I know exactly when the boulder runs you over. It actually scans you and then it runs you over the tick after. Fun fact. Which is why I was confident that I could blowpipe it right in its face. Still good through. Make a hardcore Ironman. I'm gonna disconnect and die. Sure. Last summer I had that issue and it was really frustrating. Thanks for the advice. I did a couple raids today. 8-minute Akkha. I think I'm going back to Zolor to get a magic fang. No problem, dude. Oops. What's on? I went from having a very healthy amount of HP to having not so much HP. I can get chanced here. I'm taking the chance, I don't care. Not bad. Hey, look. Guess I'll 6 tick red X for the end. Filthy 6 tick red X. Double clicking. My mouse has an issue with the scroll wheel. I think it's because I abuse the hell out of it. I think it's me. I like break the scroll wheel out of like a lot of my mice within like 3 years. Which mouse? I'm using the Super Light Pro. Final mouse? No. Final mouse is a scam. Like, it's good, but for the price, nah. That thing has like negative bang for buck. The best bang for buck mouse is probably the Glorious Model O. But if you're looking for a little bit higher end, yeah, Super Light's pretty good. Conforms to most people's grip. Pretty non-offensive. The only mouse that's had like a scroll wheel not break on me with extended use is the MX Master 3s. What am I? Chatting is what I'm doing. But the thing about the MX Master 3s is that that's a work mouse. It's not really a gaming mouse. Its polling rate is hot garbage. It's like 60 or something. It's like really, really bad. The polling on that one is terrible. I wouldn't use it for anything other than like work. But the scroll wheel on the MX Master 3s is fantastic. Glories is not the play. Well, to be fair, Glories I think is great for someone who is like very low budget. I think it's like what, $40 to $60 budget. Super Light is obviously like, we're talking like over $90 now. I think Glories is still like probably the best budget mouse you can get in that range. Oh, my glories didn't have any latency on it. Mine was pretty good. Maybe they've had quality control issues recently or something. That being said, there's a lot of products I wouldn't buy anymore from Glorious. I think they lost their market. They used to be like specifically targeting the mid-low tier budget. They've been kind of upselling, you know. Always a shame to see a company fall. Dude, how long did these eggs last? It's so cringe. Chinese high quality mouse enjoys. I heard the Chinese mouse market has been insanely good recently. Why am I not praying anything that's gonna get me killed? Oh, back up in time. You guys might not notice, but that small micro movement right there over there, that one tile step back, that's what lures his ranger here. In case I need to do redemption tech, luring the ranger here is pretty nice, because I can step under him with redemption. I don't think it's necessary this kill, but I set it up just in case I needed it. I think the main issue with like me breaking scroll wheels is, if you guys have ever seen the inside of the scroll wheel, it's like 99% of the time gonna be plastic, some weak plastic, and if you press hard enough on it, it just breaks or like weakens. Never really broken it, but I was like mess with it enough. 400 raid level Akkha, Shadow Eternal Boots, failing DPS, Brimstone or Seer. I'm pretty sure it's Seer for you, but you shouldn't be failing DPS checks. Probably doing something very wrong. That or your turbo confirmation biased maybe on how very frequently is. Oh, we're good. It would definitely be Seer, because I don't think Brimstone gives max hits. The Shadows also don't really have defense, so you're just looking for max hits. Alright, let's talk about the very first Shadow. Depending where you proc, you're going to want to do a step back, okay? If you have a Shadow and you're complaining about DPS tracks, this is the #1 technique to know. This is the most this quadrant is always the most painful one anyway. As soon as you're about to get Akkha below 80%, watch your XP drop. So we procced it. We're going to step 1 back with the Shadow. From this position, we're going to click a little bit outside. And then we'll wait a tick when we're doing the second attack. That is like an easy 4-tick time save. You don't really care about the fact that it saves 4 ticks. What you care is that you got an extra Shadow in out of like 10 shadows, 12 shadows, let's say. And that's going to translate to a, you know, like an 8% more DPS. If you fail it anyway, it is what it is. But you want to take every, like, look how close it is. It could have been, that was probably like the difference if it kept going. If you don't know how to do that, and you complain about DPS checks, like that's 100% a huge contributing factor not doing that one. And oftentimes you don't need to have like a perfect transition and stuff. Like missing a tick or 2 is usually fine. But if you start missing, like, let's say 4 ticks every single time you transition, or 3 ticks, I don't know, you're cutting it a little bit closer because it might be that extra Shadow. Like there, I lost, I think, 2 ticks, but it didn't matter. If I lost 4 ticks, I wouldn't have been able to squeeze in an extra Shadow if I needed it. This is an easy one, so you... never mind. But that's... you can just steal that, that's like how you do it. I did it correctly, actually. I didn't expect it to proc there. That one's a 0 time loss, time save, which is really nice. 0 tick time loss. But if you're in range gear, it doesn't matter. You're just sitting there tanking Akkha anyway. So you can just skip every single DPS check anyway in a range gear. This room is definitely the room to like min-max the sweat when it comes to time save. Oh, I griefed. Dude, I keep clicking walk here. Ow. I'm also tanking 3 sets on P1 Warden. Probably it doesn't happen that often. No BGS? Nah, we got overly draining on. So it's not really worth it. We just throw Bone Daggers and that's it. Which I dropped on the floor. The reason you don't see the Bone Dagger in my inventory is because I drop it right after I use it. 24 is juicy. But it's 100% not the gear though. Arums in a shadow is good enough to like not tank 3 sets. Are you brewing down maybe? Like after the first set? Like are you brewing like while watching your salt timer? That one's really huge. If you're like brewing down and not watching your salt timer with the shadow, that will definitely get you like extra sets too. Always 2 sets, occasionally 3. 2 is not bad. I usually deal with 2 sets in Ancestral for 545s. That one's a bait solve. This one's not. Good morning, Mr. Nold. How's it going, Mr. Merrill? I love how like the RuneScape community always says good morning no matter what. No matter what time it is. It's gotta be GM. Took 3 tries, but you got it. Hey, congrats, dude. A long croc has been obtained. I finished my Blorva this morning. I've never been so hyped over RuneScape. Hey, were you the one that posted that Leviathan today? Congrats, dude. Was that yesterday? Today/yesterday? That wasn't me, but thank you. No problem. It's okay. But you did get the Blorba, which is all that matters. Another Blorba enjoyer. I'm trying to zoom in. My mouse won't let me. Would it be worth to sell some bank to pay for Shadow over Sang? To like 300, 350s? You should be doing higher, even regardless. I wouldn't worry about selling it just yet. But it is a massive DPS upgrade, but if you have money for a Sang in your main account, then I'm guessing you have money for like either Misori or a Bofa. I mean, the fact that you're asking about a Shadow means I kind of know where your budget's at. You know, up there. I would focus on just getting raid practice over just buying gear for now. We're doing 545s if you have to kill skulls for time. Probably not. Probably would be better to do 540s and skip skulls there. But like, just make the time. You know what they say, just make the time. That was a not very worth Seercull. I would only do 545s if you have, I would say, about a 90 to 95% chance of making the time while killing skulls. If it's like 70% chance and you have to kill the skulls in the other 30, that's fine. But if you can, as long as you can like usually make the time, you know. If it's like 50-50, sometimes you have to kill, sometimes you have to... It's probably not that worth it. It's not bringing entirely. Well, I only use it for Zebak. It doesn't really make a difference at Wardens, just placebo. For Warden, I mean for Zebak it definitely is nice though. Oops. Never purple, dude. $5:45 PB, 29 minutes and like 50 seconds overall, or total time. Yeah, I kind of like the walking method. It's very chill for P4. You just walk and kind of avoid lightning if you can. Usually works out. I'm just winging it. A little bit inefficient of a start, but I'm pissed. Dude, Soup needs to add this to his unusual ways to make money. The freaking Bone Daggers, dude. What? I lost a take doing that. I just realized I mistimed the Vertex. He did slow shadow. I was supposed to wait an extra tick there. I thought he did regular melee for some reason. Saw what? True, saw nothing. Why is Undead Grasp used? It's used on some of the earlier waves because it doesn't have a long travel time. Shadow's projectile time is a very big minus on the overall time of the monkey room. Yo, what song is playing in the background? If you look in the description of the video at the very bottom of the playlist, this one is track number 31. That was the most ballsy blowpipe I've ever done in my life. I was like, we win these. I did 2 shadows, and then I even snuck in a blowpipe on Baba. I'm actually a little bit of a psychopath. Wait, I'm gonna see if this is on. Yo, how's it going, Bossman? How goes the ToA? Pretty good. So far, so good. Yeah, we streamed yesterday night a little bit early. That was pretty slow. Oh my god, I didn't... Oops. No one saw that. Saw what? Back. Of DT Town for the most part. Keep back. I like to time the step back with 1 tick after Akkha's hit splat ends on you. So I'm looking at my own hit splat, if that makes sense. And then tick after the hit splat goes away, I will go down. You know, not go down, run away. That's the way I like to time it. When in doubt, always move 2 away from Akkha as well. There's no reason to ever move 1 away. Moving 2 away is always the better move, because if you mistimed it a little early, they'll still have to walk toward you. Yeah, kind of like Muspa. Similarly to Muspa, you want to try to avoid doing like diagonal way because it gets kind of messy. It's like Muspa in the sense that like if you're melee range when the attack started, yeah, it's too late. Typical blowpipe cycle I recommend is 2 in the front, 1 in the back. But there's nothing wrong with doing like, hey, 200 mil, no! Look at the XP drops being wasted. I'm gonna have to bring Torva now, like full Torva. No, wasted XP. No, we have wasted XP. I really hate how it looks. There, like I chanced 1 bite, but then once I get here, I can just chill. Primel, he can't see me. And then I'm gonna drag him down like this, in case I need to do redemption stuff in the future. But I don't think I'll need to. Usually we have at least 20 HP. Going into this shield, you're fine. Need to start bringing Torva legs now, unfortunately. This is a sad day that we can no longer bring the Masori chap camp. We have to bring Torva legs and go down to 5 restores. Or I can just ignore the Masori chaps. It's an alternative. I still want 6 restores. May consider it. Started running Dehydra, you're right. What was I right about? Ooh, 433. Obviously, I can never be wrong because I'm the streamer. But what was I right about? Because I forgot what we were talking about back then. Are you changing to need to bring leg now? It's because I got 200 mil strength. So I need to start putting my Fang on on accurate, and if I put it on accurate, I'm gonna lose a lot of DPS if I don't bring Torva legs. What was that? Doing 440s of overly draining, you're like mad lad? Yeah. Just have the Hydra on SMH. Well, now that you have the Hydra on, now you know it's chilling. Nah, you don't need Ambrosia Clutch, you're chilling. The thing is, even with accurate, I'll only have a 50 max hit, but it's not that far off of a aggressive DPS, luckily. It's only a little bit worse. Tactile, boom, it just works. Double trouble made easy. How much time is Double Trouble about a shadow? Like a whole extra Baba. I wouldn't bother. It's probably legitimately an extra 2 minutes. At least, I would say. I would not bother. Damn, that's bad. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Please? Aw, sad. I don't think that procs. Kind of screwed up a bit. You know, it is what it is. You get mental blocked for a little bit, and you're like, I don't want to do it. And then you do it, and then you're like, huh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Everyone at some point encounters a mental block, right? But you're over it now, which is what matters. I think when I start trading attack, I'm just gonna bank the Misori legs so I can still have the 6 restores and chill. I could do 5. 5 is pretty chill, but I have to flake at Zebak. I don't want to flake at Zebak. I've been kind of really enjoying the not giving a shit raids. Yeah. Like, if Akkha switches, I'm kind of screwed. But it is what it is, you know? Probably take like a 9-second time loss on P2 as well. But these are sacrifices I'm willing to make in order to have my turbo chill 6 restore raid. Ow. Doing 4 10s in about 36 minutes. I don't have any tips because I don't know how slow you are in every single room. That's a problem. Ah. Yeah, just go faster, hit bigger. But I mean, you could be going a lot faster with that gear. The thing is, I don't know. The problem is I don't know how slow each of your rooms are. I can't give you like any good tips. "36 minutes for 410. I'm just gonna assume you're like going below average speed for every room compared to me. So Akkha, the easiest tip I have for Akkha is like just work on having as little like time loss between transitions. Typically people who are like newer with the shadow, they lose a lot of ticks doing changing quadrants and stuff. You may potentially just be missing a bunch of augury flicks at like Zebak and Wardens or stuff, or not using them. That would be like an easy time save. Hit a 1, but no, that's not that bad. Hitting a 1 is not bad because I can at least respec later. Same thing for like Kephri and stuff. Like some people are really worried about like flicking and stuff, and then they like mess up a piety flick without knowing. Have arrows showing directions? I don't think they have arrows. Do mine have arrows? I don't think mine have arrows. For like Zebak, easy thing. You see how I did a shadow before I pushed the jug? A lot of people don't do that. They'll just push it right away and they'll lose a bunch of ticks. Kind of make it a point to try to squeeze in an extra shadow. I didn't even notice I had the wrong quiver on. Get off of me. I'm so bored of the meme that I'm pet hunting on the main. That sound bad. I used to be a pet hunter. I actually really enjoyed it when I was maxing, because I felt like I was making a lot of progress in the count. But ever since I maxed, I don't really pet hunt anymore. Don't really have the funds to get full ancestral. Well, hopefully you can get stuff like Magus ring and stuff to help. Baba, 6 minutes. You mean like just the boss, or you're talking about? I mean, even if it was like monkey room. Baba 6 minutes is really bad, by the way. Even if that was like both a Mepkin, like the puzzle, plus Baba himself, that's pretty bad. You're doing defense reductions? Are you not doing defense reductions and 6 tick red Xing? 245 for puzzle is super bad. 330 for Baba is also pretty bad. Are you like 6 ticking red X with no defense reduction? Missing piety flicks. Maybe missing a boulder skip or two. The puzzle is... I'm gonna be real with you. A 245 Baba puzzle is... I'm gonna say the word abhorrent. Like, really bad. You need to learn it from scratch. You can see how I do the monkey room. I try to like copy as much things as possible. The mistake I see a lot of people do for monkey room is they'll stop everything they're doing to fix, and they won't be hitting anything ever. And they don't use the volatiles to help with thralls. They'll even slow down to try to get a volatile to kill, let's say, like a ranger they could have one hit anyway. Don't worry about using volatiles on the monkeys, other than your thralls, and don't even stress it too much on that. Yeah, like even like it's crazy, like even 145 monkey room, you still kind of like, once you're there, you're like, oh, I could have done this. I probably could have made it like a 130 something if I did this. Once you get enough practice, you start seeing it, right? Ah, don't touch me, sir. Like normally it's not stuff you really think about. You're just like, ah, I could have like done this, but Lopez running to repair pillar. Yeah, sometimes that's inevitable because you don't know where they're gonna spawn. It sucks, but that one's definitely the hardest thing to do, is trying to blow pipe while fixing. I have to hit on strength. If I had Torva legs, I can hit on attack. Look at that wasted XP. Am I gonna live myself? Voidwaker specs, that doesn't replace BGS, by the way, for Baba. BGS is really important. 200 mil strength this raid? Yeah, I got it this raid. One of the reasons with Voidwaker being really bad, especially for 6-tick Red X, Voidwaker you can save a little bit of time if you use it specifically at P1 and P2. Sorry, when he wakes up after P1 or after P2, because it doesn't wake him up, so you could use it at 0 downtime. But let's say you're doing 6-tick Red X and you just pull out the Voidwaker and spec him in between. That's really bad, because 6-tick Red X is a 6-tick cycle, so you're using your Voidwaker, a 4-tick weapon, and a 6-tick timing too. So even like small things like optimizing when you Voidwaker will probably save you a few seconds. Is BCP plus Tacits worth it, or is Mixed Hide better? 99% of the time you're gonna want to do Bando stuff. You don't even, I would even use Torso over Mixed Hide like 99% of the time. Mixed Hide is kind of like, it's like only good in like super high invo where the accuracy matters a ton. And even then, there's like some very big advantages you can have just bringing like a torso or BCP over it for the defensive stats. Like, you might think defensive stats don't matter, but when you're doing high invoke Kephri and you're doing the higher level stuff, it matters quite a bit. 5-1 Baba also requires a bit of defense. And if you're not doing 5-1 Baba, then you're just doing a worse Baba. 16% less DPS. So any DPS you could have saved from having the mixed height accuracy gets kind of outweighed. Usually when you get chipped down a lot by Baba and can't do 5-1 anymore. Second jeweled guaranteed on 120? No. It is unfortunately not. Jewels are RNG. The only RNG protection they gave was if you have a jewel, you can't get a dupe until you've gotten all three. But other than that, you're at the mercy of the game. No problem. Good luck on getting your Sun Jewel IDK. Or blue cares, whatever you need. I'm personally very against the idea of a hard drop protection, dry protection. On teleports, I'm not against it for the teleports, but I'll be honest with you, the teleports being an untradeable drop, I think it's already like kind of BS. It being an untradeable drop is IMO BS anyway. The reason the OS/RS community tolerates the teleports being an untradeable drop is because they're relatively common in the context of the other drops. That's fine. You know how much... Oop. No one saw that? Yeah, a teleport being a drop is dumb. Like, just straight up, it's just dumb. It's common, so we're not complaining. It's common enough that we're not complaining. But remember how bad it was when like you just didn't get it for like, let's say 200 Phosani's skills? Oh, that was bad. Phosani's entire table is garbage, but you know, like that's like one of the examples of, to be honest, a teleport shouldn't really be a thing. It should just be a quest reward. Or it could be something that you automatically get for, let's say, completing it within a certain amount of time. Or having a combat achievement, like, let's say it's... Would you post, so like, let's say they guaranteed it. You can get it by RNG, but they guaranteed it if you killed Fosanis in like 8 minutes, right? I think that sounds very fair. If you can kill Fosanis in 8 minutes, you're guaranteed it or something. Or whatever arbitrary, like 100%. I think the idea of just strict, hey, at 500 KC you're guaranteed to get it, I think that sucks. I think it's too lazy of a way to fix the issue. Like, for example, people usually complain about Bofa being too rare because, you know, you get Corrupted Gauntlet locked. I think the problem with that isn't that it's rare. Bofa should be like rare and like exciting to get. Is that there's no good options between Bofa. There's nothing. Like, until you have Bofa, you have a freaking drag crossbow. That's like super ass, you know? There's no other way to word it. It's just ass. Yeah, 50 hours. I guess it's swinging toward is another 50 hours, I guess. Like 25, but... I accidentally blasted that shaman to smithereens. It's kind of cool. Oh my god, I clicked him as he died and I ran into the venom. Bruh, blow up. I lost like 3 seconds waiting for that guy to blow up. That could have been like a 135. No, I mistimed it. I have no idea what part of the cycle I'm in. I'm so lost. I saw your message, by the way, Minky. I'll answer in a bit when I can actually use my brain cells. My brain cells are deep fried right now. Alright. For mid-game, Iron setup, Fang Bofa Trident to push from 400 to 440. Would you add Pathfinder or Overlord's Dehydro? I would probably do the Dehydro stuff. Dude, my cycle is terrible right now. He's technically right that it's not that long of a grind in the grand scheme of things, but it's... I think at the end of the day, what it sucks about the BOFA is just it feels mandatory to progress. To meaningfully progress. Oh, 10 HP is the worst HP to be at. I'm gonna 6 take red X. I guess the in-between option right now, but before the BOFA is the Scorching Bow, right? Which is kind of funny. But it's still basically mandatory. I would go with the Dehydro Overlords. If you have SGS, I have a very applicable video if you want to look at that one. I think that's 445 though. Or is it? Technically it's like 450. Depending on what you're running, softcore, hardcore, I guess. Yeah, it should be in that general range. What do you use Seercull? Just for Zebak. I'll throw it on for P3, but it doesn't really do anything. It's very minor. My Missouri chaps. It took away my Missouri chaps. It's all because I don't want to flick. Flicking is too much work. He runs Pathfinder? That sounds terrible. I'm sorry to say, that sounds terrible. How long does he complete it? I'm guessing he probably completes it in like 39 minutes. If I just had to throw a random number out there and guess, 39 minutes? 38 minutes? Sounds rough. Pathfinder? And getting a scaled up Akkha is ass. Like when you're in Iron, Akkha is your most challenging rune, and having him get leveled up is so ass. Zebak is whatever, no one really cares about Zebak leveling up. You know, there's no reason to be afraid of like level 4 Zebak in 2025, 2024. But Akkha leveling up is so much extra time wasted. As someone with no shadow, like, would not recommend. Thinking of grinding up Voidwaker? Ooh, that one's a fun... That one looks like it gives you so much stuff as an Iron. You get like red spider eggs and everything. Running AZ? No, I wouldn't run AZ, don't worry. No matter what, don't run AZ. AK or anything. Always Baba first, no matter what. Always BGS, don't... Although, like, Akkha is ass to scale up, it's still... You definitely don't want to ever run anything but Baba Kephri first. You lose too much time on the salts there. Don't worry about that one. I see your logic. If salts weren't crazy good for you, I would agree, but salts are crazy. And I have to shadow that guy now. The no flick 445s are really good. 455 is not bad if you're okay 3-down with mage as well. That one's like an alternative that works really well. Voidwaker would let you push the 485s. Oh, are you thinking about the Voidwaker spam for Akkha? That one is good. That one's a bit more challenging to do 485 though. With Bofa specifically, just because of time constraint. If you're willing to bring Chinchampas, like some Red Chinchampas, I think it's more doable. Because you would have to copy a Kephri strat more similar to this, and that could save you some time. And that is like a way you can make a 485 work with a Bofa setup. You can save like 40 seconds here, and that probably consistently gets you around a 38-minute mark. If I just had to guess. But definitely still is rough. I guess it technically didn't have a Radiant boost or whatever, but... You don't happen to own a ZCB, do you? I was testing out 45s with ZCB, and that one was surprisingly good. My very first attempt at ZCB 45, I ended up dying, but I got to P4 at 35 minutes. You're setting out on leagues this time around? Now I'll be playing it. Don't worry. I would not be looking forward to next as an Iron. I was just asking, because I know a lot of people, once they're like at this stage of the game, they're kind of just doing whatever. What's your plan? Right now, my league's plan is I'm gonna make 2 accounts for sure. I'm gonna make a ranged account. The main, like, aka this account, will most likely be WTM, is my guess. I think WTM with a Kopesh spec thing is gonna be what I'm going for. The alt will for sure being a range. I call it the Giga Chat AFK. Everyone's going this build, but I'm gonna do the cookie cutter. Barlamore, Mauritania, Remy route. Standard, you know? I'll have the Sunlight Van Braces, I'll have the Quiver, and I'm gonna lean back and play that account while I do play. I'm gonna raid with both accounts at the same time is my plan. It's gonna have Last Stand, it's gonna AFK there, and Tbow everything to death. And when it dies, it will just simply not move and keep hitting stuff. I think it's genius. The main will have Kopesh and Spec Relic, and he's gonna go ham. The Ranger will sit there, and he will blast a Maiden while I play the rest of the game. People are thinking, you know, like, do I go 5-5 so I can take 2 styles? Look, I'm going the big brain route where I'm just gonna play 2 accounts. And I can go 6 on both accounts. I don't know why people will go 5. I feel like 5-5 is not as fun. Don't you want to see, like, you know, the 100% range accuracy, the echoes and all that stuff, the echo hits or melee? You gotta go 6. Come on. Surely, right? Yeah, I'm hoping Echo Soul's fun. I'm kind of scared it might be a bit of a disappointment. It's kind of hard to make him difficult with all that stuff they're giving us. Can I hit? This is a noodle kill. They're gonna have him pre-melee. That'd be... Dude, imagine they made Echo Soul pre-melee. That'd be so dumb. I mean, we have prayer protection, so that means no matter what he prays, you're doing at least 60% of your damage, right? But still. I mean, it doesn't matter if he has 10k range defense or tier 6 range anyway. Because you're gonna pen through whatever protection he has, and you have 100% accuracy, so it doesn't matter. I hope they give him a healthy amount of HP. I am normally against HP sponges, but when we're talking leagues, your DPS is going to be very, very high. And I feel like if he can be... He needs just enough HP that he can't get brute forced with last stand shenanigans. Which is what I'm scared of. Like, I hope they give him at least 10 to 15k in that general range. Where it's not too long, but enough for you to, like, enjoy your build. But no one knows what he's gonna do, right? I hope it's not bullshit like Fremnik. Yeah, like Fremniks and bees and Manticore spawning. I hope it's like fun, dodgeable mechanics that we can appreciate. I don't think he was serious about it praying melee. He's just saying some random shit. You know, like, I wonder what they're gonna do. But I wonder what they're gonna do. He finally clicked A. Congrats, Poppin' Fresh. Congrats on the transmogs. I'm failing the CPS check. Him just attacking faster? That would be a start. I would like to, if you ask me, attack faster is step 1. Step 2 is give him shield 3 and spear 3. Shield 3, spear 3, or give him a third weapon. Give him fist 1. Where the fuck I am? Yeah, he's got Fremniks. He knows the Fremnik way of doing things, right? Oh, think about the memes. You can say you got fisted by Soul. Just 6 minutes for no switches is really bad. That was a noodle kill. I'm just saying. Screw shield 1, spear 1, we need fist 1, fist 2. Thrust. It's like SpongeBob and the pelvic thrust, man. It just came out of nowhere. The pelvic woo! Imagine they just give it the muted out treatment every single time he hit. If he hits you, he just does like three times the amount of damage. I'll be so mad. I'll be so mad. I will literally stop playing the league on that account. I swear to God. If all they do is just give him a shit ton of damage, I'll just stop playing. I'll be like, alright, I'm done. I'm done. Don't got money for Tbow and or Tomb again. Is Arma Crossbow plus Misori better than Bofa? Misori. I actually think that most bosses the DPS is pretty comparable. It's kind of annoying to use at the end of P4 specifically though. And the end of any boss. DPS calc-wise is actually pretty similar when it comes to just like raw DPS. Until they're below like 200, surprisingly. But if you have that much money, honestly, you should probably look into getting like ZZB instead. But if I'm not mistaken, Misori and Dragon Crossbow are pretty similar. You're not really getting much of an upgrade. I mean, going from Dragon to Crossbow though, it's like very minimal. Most of the damage coming from Dragon Crossbow is going to be in Ruby Bolt specs, Ruby Bolt procs. But if you already have a Bofa, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't bother. Like, even if you had a... If you had a Bofa and you were thinking about like converting to like ZCB and stuff, and yeah, it's a bit more worth the case. Mainly for ToA. You can go for ZCB and Miss. How much is there at Crossbow? 340. You can do a ZCB and Misori. That would be a bit better than Bofa. Also get a good spec weapon. But depends on what other content you're going for as well. Like if you're gonna hunt the Infernal Cape anytime soon, then Bofa's your best bet. Bofa is considerably better for Inferno. Get a nice 4-tick weapon, prayer bonus, 10-tile range, like oof. All amazing stuff. If I want it to be like, technically you should do this because you're a main account, you could do this and just pretend you have no like limits as a player. I would say like Soul Reaper Axe and spamming Coliseum is your best bet. Assuming you can do like Coliseum and stuff for money. But you said you want to do ToA, so I think ZCB Misori is probably your best bet. Well, not salted. Pretty behind in time. Should still be fine though. Axe get there. Yeah. Axe is really good at Coliseum. I mean, if you want to just try it for, like, just to run it back and get some more attempts in, you could do a budget Fang setup, like with Barrels Gear and Fang or something. To keep the death costs low and stuff, of course. Fang is pretty good DPS on most of the monsters. Axe is going to be better, and it'll double as your slash weapon, which is really nice, but completely up to you. I would consider Axe once you've already gotten a kill or two. I'm gonna use Red Pyramid for a little bit. We have to train attack. This isn't that bad, actually. I'm hitting harder than when I had the freaking Missouri legs. Gear is meaningless. Not already 100% accuracy. Well, more accuracy gives you a better minimum hit at P2. So I just do it for a slight extra minimum hit increase. I don't know what the actual number is. It's probably maybe like a 1 or 2 minimum hit increase. Might be a difference. I don't know. GM win? Probably never. A lot of content I personally cannot be bothered with. Got you at perfect top. I will in fact not get a single exhumed. Imagine. I'm actually I think I'm pretty good at exhumed. I don't think I would fall asleep at exhumed. Any difference between a Seercull and a Cursed Scepter spec? Seercull rolls a number. A Cursed always hits like 15%. Neither are stackable. Seercull's 100% accuracy. The Cursed Scepter is dog water accuracy. So 90% of them you'd rather be using Seercull if you're looking for the magic reduction. Sort of like BGS and Dragon Warhammer. Yeah, actually a pretty good comparison. Maybe I should have killed a set of skulls. This could get unlucky. we're chilling. 30 seconds to spare. Never purple. A nice short session. I think I'm gonna call it there. 4 raids. Go to bed. Have a good night, guys. Like a panic in P4, Insanity's fast. You get used to the cycle. You know, move, prayers. These days I'm just kind of like walking it.